Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, successful graduates from Nexford's 2023 graduation ceremony. Please a round of applause for yourselves. Permit me to observe the already established protocols. However, I must be excused for saying thank you and recognizing Antiobi for the amazing, immense work you do in promoting Nigeria and Nigeria's youth. Thank you so much. To Fadil and this amazing team with Ogogo and all the others who lead Nexford, congratulations, well done. To Olamidun, who she locked me down 1 year ago. As soon as I couldn't make it because of the campaign, she said to me that you must be at next year's graduation. And she called me immediately, the opening was, and said, you have to be here. I didn't have a choice, I had to say yes. So, thank you. And to Sally, who is just one amazing individual. If not that Nexford needs you, Sally, I might have just poached you. But well done for your excellent brief and coordination, which is why I'm here. Now, I thought long and hard about what I was going to say today. I was given 15 minutes to charge you, to speak to you, to give you some life lesson. And believe me, it wasn't easy. I needed to find what I could rock your world with. And from my life's experience, 15 minutes was not going to cut it. And so I had to think. At first, I was going to give you one of those, let me write a letter to my young self and see what I would have advised myself today that I'm 56 years old with everything that I have done. If I was a young graduate looking out to life ahead of me, what would I advise myself? But then I thought, 15 minutes will still not do it. And so a few days ago, I sat in prayers and it occurred to me that maybe I should describe my most terrifying professional life experience and what I learned from it. You see, in this journey you're about to embark on, there will be many times when you will have to make a life-changing decision, and it literally will make you sick, literally sick. It's what I call your Gethsemane moment. For those who are unfamiliar with the story of Gethsemane, this is the point when Jesus had to face impending death and separation completely for the first time ever from his Father. He wished above everything that he could avoid it, making that decision. But he had to do what needed to be done. It represents a time in life, in your life, in my life, when what lies ahead is so terrifying that you wish it would just go away. Nevertheless, it never goes away. You must make a decision. Whether it's about starting a new job, a new career, launching on your own, getting married, getting divorced, whatever it is, that Gethsemane moment is a decision moment, and you have to make one. During a similar graduation in Harvard in 2014, I was graduating and I was told that more than 50% of those who were graduating on that day will make a career-changing decision. Most of them had been sponsored by their companies and all of that, and yet they were saying that within 2 years, based on the things that you had learned, you will make a decision that will take you away from the company that sponsored you. I sat down, co-founder, Sahara, that does not affect me. But guess what? A few years later, my own Gethsemane moment came. It happened on the 1st of September, 2018. As I considered the offer that was before me, the weeks running up to that day were the most intense I had ever felt. The decision was simple, or so it seemed. Accept or decline to run for the office of Rivers State Governor in the approaching 2019 elections. The weeks before that, My options had been laid out for me. If I accepted to run, then I would have to leave a company that I had co-founded, nurtured from infancy for 22 years into a global conglomerate with the kind of numbers that I was introduced today with. I had a very tense meeting with my partners about the decision that was before me. It wasn't easy. It was like a bad dream, a nasty joke. How would you even want to consider walking away from this for this? How? But it was real. It was very, very real. I had no doubt that the cost to me was going to be extremely high. I knew for one that security of a constant earning, income, the organizational structure that controls all your daily affairs, the travel and privileges that come with owning a global company, the networks and opportunities that flow out of all of that will be put in jeopardy. What lay ahead was incredibly unknown, highly unpredictable, and believe me, it was scary. Everyone said to me when they heard, more after the fact than before, "Are you crazy? Are you mad? Why would you do such a thing?" But the question, and this question to you for your Gethsemane moment will be this: is this a price that I am willing to pay for the prize I want? You must ask yourself that question at your moment. On the 1st of September 2018, I put in a resignation, left all my executive positions, and I answered the call which began this 5-year journey, it's 5 years now, of a very enlightening journey with all sorts of twists and turns that you cannot imagine. I came to see and appreciate new levels of audacity that I'd never seen before in business. I found out courage, resilience, determination, faith, compassion, and what hope, real hope means. And Nigerians will thrive on hope. But I also found deeper levels of tyranny than I ever thought possible. I found impunity, I found evil, I came across with selfishness, greed, heartlessness, and the actual phrase that the love of money is the root of all evil. I came face to face with it. My eyes have been opened, and I've been exposed to a Nigeria that 99% or thereabouts of our society is extremely unaware of. I've seen what enormous good political power can do, and I've also come across the catastrophic evil that it can also do. Every one of you will experience your own Gethsemane moment at some point in life. There are not going to be many of them, but when they come, it's going to be life-changing. Unfortunately, not everyone has the courage to confront it, the wisdom to make the right decision, and some fail to recognize it when it comes. So in the next few minutes, I'm just going to share with you some of the points that would help you recognize your moment when it comes, using my example. The first is, please do not let fear stop you. I guarantee you will be terrified, guaranteed. When that moment comes, you will experience fear and terror at a level that you never thought existed. It said that Jesus sweated blood. In an air-conditioned room like this, you will find yourself sweating at the very thought of the decision you're about to make. Second, for me personally, I had to seek God's face. It became important that I would not take this decision without prayer. Every avenue was closing down. I had to settle with my God and say, "Father, let your will be done." You have to get advice from close confidants. You will consult with those who you consider closest to you, whether it's your spiritual head, your parents, your mentors, your best friend, whatever. You make a series of calls, but you would also find that it's overwhelming. You get all sorts of contracting advice. Some will tell you yes, some will tell you no, so you would never be able to quite settle which is right, but you must consult. Your mind must be long-term focused. You must look at the long term and not the immediate. So you must see beyond the storm, because at this point you are in a storm, but you must see beyond it. So be long-term focused. For me, it was a 20-year view. If I was going to do this, can I see myself doing it for the next 20 years? That's a question you have to ask yourself. You cannot quit soon. You must learn to trust yourself. It got to the point where I needed to trust my own instincts, because I was getting all sorts of conflicting reports. You find out that every experience you have been through in life is actually tailored towards that day that you will make such a decision. Everything, all your experiences come together at that point. Trust that small inner voice that Kathy talked about. Trust it. You must build and maintain relationships. It's a critical asset that you need. Gethsemane is a lonely place. You'll find out, very lonely. But you see, those key relationships that you build. I heard a TED talk recently that talked about having a cheerleader, what we call an alaga in Nigeria, somebody who will continue to pump you up. You need to have a coach, somebody who will push you just a bit more, a bit further. You need to have a mentor who will point out the guidelines, the signposts, help you recognize that you have not lost your way. You need to have a peer, somebody who is close to you, going through something similar that you can share experiences with. And lastly, you need to have a friend, somebody you can actually cry to, somebody who is not going to judge you for the days that you just feel that, what the hell am I doing? Build those relationships. You will need them as the time comes. But then you will find out the biggest thing of all. Nobody can make that decision for you. None of these 5 categories of relationships, none of the people you consulted, nobody will make the decision for you. You have to make that decision on your own. They don't have the right to do it. You do. When that time comes, when that journey is about to take on, whether it's after this graduation day or the years to come, there's some principles that will hold true. First, develop a winning mindset. Expect problems. Fadil called them challenges. He listed out some of the challenges. It depends on your way of view. If you see them as problems, you're in trouble. But see them as challenges. They're only there to help you go higher. Seek wisdom. It takes wisdom to navigate this world, and you have already started through seeking your education. But there's a bit more to do. There's wisdom. Seek it. You will find it. Seek it. You will find it. Keep your eye on the goal. You must remain focused no matter what, regardless of what happens. Just keep your eye on where you are going. You may be pushed a bit to the left, a bit to the right, but all the time come back. If your eye is not on that goal, you will lose your way. Do not be afraid to fail. There's nobody who is successful who would tell you that they have never failed before. Every success story has lessons, many lessons from failure. Don't be afraid to fail. Just learn to get up, start again, try again, push a bit harder, learn from where you went wrong, retrace your steps, and do it again and again. Be courageous. You will be safe, you will be severely tested along the way. It's at these times that your true character will be revealed. There are 2 things that will always bring out who you are. The test will be money and power. Establish boundaries. And Tiobi talks all the time about boundaries. Establish your boundaries, because it is those boundaries that will be tested, and that's where your courage will come from. And finally, be resilient. Sometimes this battle can be fierce. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. Those arrayed against you in that decision, they are giants. They are wealthier than you, stronger than you, more connected than you, more ruthless than you. They may even seek ways to eliminate you, as has happened to me on 3 occasions. They will want to take you out, kill you. It makes nothing to them. But guess what? A politician shared this story with me, an older politician. He said, back in the days when we were growing up, many of you may know, may not know, there were things called bed bugs. The way we used to get rid of bed bugs was that we would get the mattress out, our mom would tell us, boil the hot water, pour it all over the mattress, and then the bed bugs will come out. Now, as children, our own responsibility was that they were coming out, you kill them. Now, when the hot water was coming, the mother bed bug gave the advice to the baby bed bug and said this: endure hot water, the cold. Be resilient. That storm you are in will pass. The hot water will get cold. Whatever it is, just endure. Learn resilience. As I look back to that day in September 2018, I am eternally grateful that I faced my Gethsemane and took the decision that I did. By saying, yes, Lord, your will be done, I entered into a new realm of victory, a new realm of endurance, a higher realm than I ever was before. I've not had a single moment when I regretted my Gethsemane moment. So I want to wish you, the BBAs, MBA graduates, your best years ahead. I wish you all the fortitude to approach your Gethsemane moment with courage and the grace to apply wisdom to the life-changing decision that you will make the moment that comes. I look forward to reading about your success as the years roll by, to see the impact you have made in transforming not just this nation, not just this continent as Fadel desires, but for you to transform the world. You have it in you. Thank you for your rapt attention. God bless you. God bless Nexford. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa.